Today, we're making an OC by spinning a wheel filled with, that's right, your comments. I asked you to give me some keywords that could help make an OC. And thank you for those who commented. This video wouldn't be happening without your contribution. For this challenge, I added all of your keywords in a spinning wheel and chose 3 of them. Amongst the 3 words the wheel lands on, I'll merge them together to create a character. Simple enough, right? So let's spin the wheel and let's see what's our first word. Crystallize. Ooh, it'll be fun to draw crystals on a character. And for our second word, we have Animalistic. That'll be interesting. Maybe a crystal animal. And let's see what we get for our last spin. Broken. Wow, a broken crystal animal. It works well, but sounds sad. If you're sensitive to animal abuse, please skip to the next OC. For this OC, I decided to draw a broken crystal elephant. Unfortunately, elephants are currently being poached for their tusks in African countries and are being illegally transported overseas. So for this drawing, I chose to focus on the lack of tusks and other parts of the elephant. My lore for this animal starts with a majestic but hungry creature covered in amethyst. This animal would use its long tail with the end covered in amethyst, similar to the medieval flail, to break through food crates and invade food merchants. In order to stop the animal, humans began to remove its tail to stop it from attacking. They realized that the tail had a unique healing property, which is commonly found through amethyst, and if people were to ingest the crystals in a fine powder, they would heal from all wounds, whether physical or mental. But humans, being the ugliest creature of them all, began to hunt these animals for their tusks, horns, and any other crystal that was found on their body to make some profit. Because the animal barely had any of its healing crystals left and had no tail to get its food, they started to look sickly. Losing most of its crystals, the animal would subconsciously open its 5th eye and gain psychic abilities to defend itself. This is because the amethyst is also known for its psychic powers. Later, when the humans would come to scavenge the crystals that grew back on their body, the animal would use its psychic powers to confuse them, bringing the poachers to collect orpiment from nearby hot springs, making them believe it was the amethyst. Orpiment is a very toxic crystal and has taken the lives of many. The psychic powers of the animal would pass on from one individual to another without them noticing, as if it were a common cold. Whatever the poachers saw would also affect everyone else who came in contact with them. The poachers coming back from their trip believing they refilled their stock of amethyst would continue to sell them, only for everyone who got mixed in the process to get deathly ill. The poachers who were still alive began to spread rumors that it was a side effect from the animal's crystal, and they would soon stop hunting this creature. This was a sad one, but I'll definitely keep this one in mind for future projects. Let's spin the wheel again and hopefully we get something more refreshing. Sand. Okay, opposite of refreshing, but I'll take it. For the second word, we have darkness. I really wonder what this character will look like. And let's see what we get for our last spin. Monster. Oof. I feel like this will be a creepy one. The prompts for this character made me think a bit of the Sandman, a mythical character that sprinkles sand in your eyes while you're asleep to give you dreams. But because I got the prompt of monster, this one will only give you nightmares. I wanted to give it a cloak made out of sand and hide its face. That's because I wanted it to be covered in, well, darkness. I wanted this character to be associated with dreams and be a monster-esque spirit that lives in the desert, some sort of demonic dream doctor. I came up with the idea to give it some kind of horns that resemble a dream catcher, with a crescent moon hanging from the center, indicating its nightly visits. I gave this monster 4 arms. The 2 arms in the back are holding a sand-like thread that can cut through anything it touches, while the other arms are used to grab its victim's face. While the victim is sleeping, this entity slips through any crack sand can get through and will grab their face to begin its dream operation. Using its sand-like thread to cut through scenes of their dreams, it also conjures their darkest fears to then leave them stuck as if they were trapped in a spider web, leaving its victims stranded in their nightmares and unable to open their eyes or move their bodies in the real world, many believing the victims were suddenly comatose, unable to ever bring them back to reality. The only way to bypass this entity is to make your own dream catcher that closely resembles its horns. When entering your room, it will recognize its horns on your wall and it'll believe you worship them and it will leave you alone. Again, another OC that I will be keeping for my future projects. This episode ended up being a bit dark in contrast of last episode's calmer computer theme. But what did you think of my characters? I had a lot of fun making them, and if you think about it, we all collaborated on these characters, so they are yours as well. If you want to participate in next video, then make sure to comment on my future community posts. I check them all and I'll put all of the comments in the next wheel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's get another 50 likes if you want to see a part 3. And of course, have yourselves a lovely day. Bye!
I ain't got no regrets. I'd do it all again.